3 years ago, basically right now, the George Floyd riots rocked America coast to coast. In full disclosure, I got caught up in one and got beat up in one outside the White House. The country, and with good reason, was forced to look at police misconduct in a new way. The video of Derek Chauvin's knee on George Floyd changed the way the country looked at police brutality. Derek Chauvin obviously was convicted of murder. The man who prosecuted Chauvin's out with a new book, Break the Wheel, Ending the Cycle of Police Violence. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison writes about the case and what to do going forward. He joins us now. Mr. Attorney General, we appreciate it. Thank you, sir, for being here. Is there really, as we lay out here, an epidemic of police brutality, or is this sadly isolated incidents?
Well, I would say that for certain communities, it happens with far too much frequency. And I would say this, our Constitution, the Fourth Amendment, says the government shall not use unreasonable search and seizure on the citizens, right, on the people. And therefore, any arbitrary use of violence against a resident or a citizen is a constitutional right. Therefore, no matter what the numbers say about how frequent or infrequent it is an issue that we have to be concerned about. And then I'll also just say, look, if you just look at Minneapolis, my town alone, in the last 10 years, we've paid out over $100 million in police misconduct lawsuits, quite a few in Chicago, quite a few in New York, quite a few in many other towns, not every town. And I just want to say there's a lot of cities and a lot of departments that have a wonderful relationship with their police departments, and there's a lot of great cops in all of the departments that I just named. But I think that when you look at Rodney King and you look at Eric Garner and you look at Breonna Taylor and you look at Laquan McDonald and you look at Tyree Nichols, and it's just not a problem that you could ignore. And I think that just saying, it's a serious problem we have to address.
Injustice anywhere is an outrage, right? I guess the question would be, and you say that it's a problem, we have to address it. And I'm wondering how we wrestle with whether the cure is worse than the disease for communities, because we know the problems of police violence, but at the same time we know, and we can track, going back to Ferguson in 2014, the explosion in crime in these very same cities. Baltimore, Freddie Gray riots, where I was there, homicides up 73%. St. Louis, Ferguson, up 40%. Minneapolis, your hometown, versus 2014, up 11%.
No, you're right.
As we talk about this,
you are right.
How is it that we say, hey, look, it's great that we're going to stamp out police misconduct, but if doing so demoralizes police, good police, that dozens, if not hundreds of more of the same young minorities that we're protecting from police violence die of violence on the streets, how's that making life better?
Well, I think I agree with your overall point, which is that where the trust between police and community breaks down, we see more street crime, more crime committed by private individuals and not necessarily non-state actors. I'll tell you that I think that we've got to do both. We've got to reduce crime, and we've got to reduce police misconduct. And I think that these things actually travel together. Give you an example. So in Minneapolis, there's a police inspector, not the chief, but inspector named Charlie Adams. And local residents, a bunch of black pastors, said, hey, look, Mr. Inspector, we're having elevated crime in our neighborhood. Give us the corners where it's the hottest. Give us the corners where the most of the trouble, most of the calls are. And the inspector gave them that information. And then those pastors deployed old church ladies with hats on and iPhones to take pictures of those private citizens who were committing crimes. That is an example of police and citizens having trust and reducing crime.
It's a great example, but there's not enough church ladies in hats around America, and there's not a lot of church ladies in hats.
Yeah, but there's enough
2, 3,
Americans.
4 o'clock.
But there's enough
4 o'clock in
Americans
the morning. But what I'm trying to figure out here, though, is we can't walk away from the fact that the Minneapolis police, a lot of police departments across the country, St. Louis, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., none of them can recruit officers because, and we know this, because of the changes and how officers now feel like they're under attack. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.